All right, we are back with another video for you. This time it's about the Fast and Furious franchise. It's been making a lot of news lately because the movie's just about to come out. The thing about the Fast and Furious franchise is that it started off as just another run of the mill racing movie around the, I don't know, 1999, 2000. But it has not only outlasted its competition of all these biker boys and Torque and all these dozens of racer movies done back then. It not only outlasted them, but it has blossomed into its own thing. It has become basically the MCU in more ways than one. Because these guys, these characters, these men and women are basically superheroes now. They're doing nearly impossible things. And they have to be like that in order to, I don't know, compete. For those of you who are unaware, Hollywood does this thing where these studios, they compete with one another based on franchise for franchise. So while MGM may have James Bond coming out one year, maybe Paramount will have Jason Bourne coming out that same year. And Columbia Pictures may have Mission Impossible coming out that same year. So three spy movies, three action adventure spy movies, all occupying the same space and time, battling for the same dollar. Now, with the Fast and Furious, since I don't know if it's Paramount, I think it's Universal. Since Universal does not have a superhero franchise, they saw fit to turn the Fast and the Furious into a superhero franchise. In case you guys haven't noticed, these guys are technically bulletproof, they're fireproof, they're fall off high structures proof. All right, how many times have we seen in this trailer alone, or in this new trailer, members of the team or people in this movie jumping off of extremely high structures as if they're made of sponge instead of actual blood, bone, and flesh, right?
Who is faster than Dom? Smarter than Dom.
Okay. Now, the thing that I enjoy about these movies is that they don't take themselves too seriously for the most of the movies, but they ratchet up, right? They ratchet up also on emotion. One of the things that they ratchet up on is not only emotions, but they ratchet up on sex appeal. And for some reason, sex appeal has become something of anathema in Hollywood. Okay? Now it's not okay for men to say, "Oh, this character is sexy." If men like it, it's a problem. And I can see both sides to this thing. I see both sides of it. Let me actually turn down the music a little bit so that I can play the clips properly. I see both sides of this thing. All right? On one hand, as a black man, I can totally relate to a group of people being marginalized or being put in their place. Okay? I can relate to that and the fact that they don't like it. And for a long time, for a very long time, women have had a very specific place in the Fast and the Furious franchise. Let me know if you understand what that place is. Okay. Now, at best, women in the Fast and Furious franchise are damsels in distress to be rescued. Correct. And at worst, they're eye candy. They're pieces of eye candy to be gawked at by the male viewer, right? And I can totally see that side of the argument. However, we as men also like when women are badass, right? Such as when Ronda Rousey faced off against Letty in Fast and Furious 7. Now, as a tiny digression, as a tiny aside, where did Letty learn all this stuff? These guys are supposed to be spending their spare time, if the franchise is to be believed. These guys are supposed to spend their spare time, these guys and girls are supposed to spend their spare time behind the wheel of a car or sleeping with one another. That's mostly what we see. We never see them in a gym working out. We never see them at a karate or martial arts studio working on their technique or anything like that. They suddenly manifest all these skills and talents, right? That's why I say that now it's become basically the MCU. It's become the MCU now. So to get back to that was a digression. To get back to the main point here, I totally get the point that the feminists and the girl power movement are saying about the Fast and Furious franchise. That women seem to be put in a place in it, and they can't move beyond that. They can't suddenly, lead the group, right? They're always subordinate to either Dom or the male hackers or all these different men who are in there. However, the franchise is running on number 9 now. It's the ninth, actually, it's the 10th installment. They had Fast and Furious 9 just now, and they had Hobbs and Shaw, which was a spinoff. So obviously, they found a formula that works. People love this franchise all across the planet. In fact, it's one of the many franchises that does very well in China. Very well in China, despite China having its own box office, its own Hollywood, its own film industry. Those movies still do great numbers over there. Vin Diesel's a superstar across overseas. Okay? So, despite all of the caterwauling and complaining that we have in the States about the Fast and Furious franchise being sexist and, misogynist and all these sorts of things, the world loves it. And women make part of the world. Who do you think are going to see these movies? Do you imagine that the men are going to see these movies by themselves or there are women with them? When I worked at an ad agency, right? When I worked at an ad agency, we were doing commercials for independent films and all these sorts of things. I asked because you're supposed to get a stack of notes from the studios as to what to do with the characters, what your preferred colors are for the franchise and the brand, all these different things. And when I read the manifesto, as it were, for the studio, they always said there were always notes. Remember, this is a female audience. Remember, this is a female audience. What do you mean, female audience? These are action adventure movies. Well, my supervisor, or well, I didn't work at Target, so my project manager, right? But he's technically my supervisor. He explained to me that as a single guy, which I was at the time, still single now, but I'm saying as a matter of fact, at the time I was single. As a single guy, when you go to the movies, if you're dating, you pay for two people. If you're by yourself, you pay for one person, right? And you probably bring your own food because you're a guy and maybe you stop by the pizzeria, you got a slice of pizza in a box in your book bag, etc. Women, women don't come for themselves. They don't come for them and their and themselves and I, me, myself, and I. They come with a mate. They will drag their boyfriend out to the movies to see whatever he wants. They just want that time with the man. Whatever you want to see, they'll drag you there to see it, and then you'll have time with them. That's if they're single or dating. What if that's a married woman with children? So the guy, if he's married with children, do you know who he goes to see the movies with? Those wife and kids are home. He's stopping off at work by himself to go see that movie. The woman, she's taking everybody, everyone. All right. She's taking the hubby. She's taking the kids. She's taking the aunt's kids. She's taking the cousins. It's an outing for her. She is spending something like maybe even $500-600 for the night. This is why we marketed to women. So I get it. I get why they should be marketing to women this way. However, if the Fast and Furious has gotten this far based on that dynamic of women being the primary market, numbers don't lie, right? Doesn't it mean that women like the Fast and Furious the way it is, even with all the, gratuitous butt shots and all these different things? Women like sexy women too, right? How many times, fellas, how many times you've had a woman basically tell you what's sexy on another woman? They do it all the time. They look at other women. I'm hearing from Camille Paglia. Camille Paglia, she said that, I don't know if she invented the saying, but she definitely said it, and that's the first time I heard it. Men think that men definitely dress for women. We don't do it consciously, but we dress for women. We dress for women. We go to the club, we keep fit. We'd like to think, yeah, I'm trying to be beast. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be. No, 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 no. Subconsciously, you're doing it for women. You want them to find you sexy. Like, look at the, you know what I'm saying? Look at the arms, look at the guns, look at the pecs, you know what I'm saying? Flex, right? But, but women don't dress for men. Women dress for other women, right? This is from the mouth of another woman that I got this, Camille Paglia. She said that women constantly compete with other women for the attention of men, right? And so when a woman's dressing up to look fly for men and we think it's for us, oh, she looking fly for me. No, she's doing that in order to send a signal to other females. This is my territory, bitch. This is where I rule. Fuck off. That's what they dress up and make them doll themselves up for. They won't tell the other woman this. They won't tell her this. Women play mind games. Women are master spies. Ever notice that all the master spies in history have been women? They are social creatures and they have mastered the art of social connections. Okay? And all these different things. If you have women against you in your household, God help you. God help you. At any point in time, there will be 5 or 6 different schemes going on against you that you have no idea about. You're like, how come this thing that I put here, I usually have it, to turn on the TV, it's not there no more. She did it. How come my favorite beer, the brand's changing, and now, it's low fat, low calorie, and she did it right under your nose. How come, these people used to like me over at the pub. Now, she did it. The master spies. The master spies. Anyhow, that's a long digression within itself. One day we'll probably cover why is it that men are mostly solitary creatures until it's time to work with other men in order to accomplish something like building a house or something like that. But we kind of do our thing. But women, they're the connective tissue of society, right? So the reason why the Fast and Furious franchise, with all the gratuitous butt shots, with all the sexy women in their outfits, and all the dancing, butt cheeks touching, and all these sorts of things, despite all of that, the Fast and Furious has become a global phenomenon, right? And women outnumber men on the planet. There's something like 50 at this point, like maybe 54% of the planet. And so the fact that this movie franchise has made such strides in cinema, it's thanks due to women. So we can't really sit here and honestly claim that the Fast and Furious is a misogynistic franchise. Now, I will say that we can meet halfway on this. We can meet halfway. I don't suggest we do the politically correct thing where we have all the women now because Letty, the reason why I'm doing this video, Letty wants to become kind of like a spin-off character. She has put up with, and I feel for her, right? Being a feminist herself. Not Letty, Michelle Rodriguez, I think her name is. For those of you who don't know Michelle Rodriguez, she was widely known all throughout like the 2000s for being in movies where she punches guys in the face. Look at all the trailers in all these movies. She's punching some dude in the face. In the original movie she was in, I think it was Girl Fight, punching a dude in the face. Resident Evil, all the installments she's in, she's punching some dude in the face. What else? What else? What else? Obviously, Fast and Furious, she's punching some dude in the face. All right. Now, the thing is, we found out that she's not only, part of the LGBTQI society or community. She's bisexual, but she's also, a feminist, kind of into girl power. And for her being who she is, I can understand why she's very put off by how the franchise has been going. She's been putting up with this for a long time. For a long time. Remember, this decade, this franchise stretches a decade and a half probably at this point. Okay, so she's been putting up with this for like 15 years, almost 15 years. Always having her character play subordinate to Dom, right? Always having her character be rescued all the time, even though she's just as capable as Dom. She holds her own in a fight. She rides high performance vehicles just as well as Dom. She shoots just as well as Dom. So she's always subordinate. And now she's asked people who are in charge of the Fast and Furious. She's asked these people to look, you need you need to give me a Fast and Furious movie just for women so that I can lead it, or I will leave. Or I will leave. She said this, right? And when she made the demand, people thought, she's not going to get it. Maybe she'll get fired or something like that. But, the movie studio considered it and now she's getting it. You know what I mean? And now, hold on one second. Let me try to share this. Actually, I won't share anything this particular video here. You'll just have to look it up for yourself that Letty, aka Michelle Rodriguez, is looking to have a spinoff of the Fast and Furious. One of the reasons why, the Fast and Furious franchise is looking to basically let her have her way on this demand is the fact that the franchise is expanding. Again, like I said, it's becoming the MCU. Hobbs and Shaw is out there already as a legit spinoff, and the movie did very well box office wise. And it's not become, but it's on its way to becoming a cult classic. I'm Black Superman, said by Idris Elba, right? All these different classic lines are in there. It's really, really cool. Funny story, it was supposed to be I'm Black James Bond, but because Twitter, every 2 or 3 months, Twitter has been asking, hey, when will Idris Elba be James Bond? It was hurting Idris Elba's career because all these people were talking, and every time he didn't get the role of James Bond, it lowered his value. Like, he's not good enough to be James Bond. Maybe we shouldn't have him in our spy movie, right? And so Idris Elba, a few months before the movie came out, Idris Elba's like, "Can you guys please stop making these tweets and these articles about me possibly being James Bond? It's hurting my career." And people stopped doing it. And so it was originally in the script for Hobbs and Shaw for him to say, "Look at me, I'm Black James Bond," but but they replaced the line with, "Look at me, I'm Black Superman," right? So that's just a funny digression there. So anyhow, thank you for spending your part of the day with me. All right, this part of the day with me. I hope you enjoyed my analysis on why we should not change the formula for the Fast and Furious movies. Despite, okay, maybe we can meet halfway, maybe they can tone it down. But I'm telling you, women like to see hot women. Women like to see hot women. And the femininity, that's the other thing. One of the reasons why recent movies have been suffering is because of lack of femininity. Lack of femininity. We have women in military positions in these movies, but the thing is, in some of these movies, they're kind of gruff, like the Wakanda women. "Ugh, Wakanda forever, right? You know, for the king, for King T'Challa. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Stop, stop. Women, most women anyway, they love their femininity. They were born with it, right? They enjoy it. And even trans women, they love femininity. So what's up? Like, you know what's going on? Stop removing femininity from characters on screen. Even look at these women who are in basically who are in SWAT suits. They still the Fast and Furious movie, the recent one, still manages to make them sexy. Look at this. It's the clip where Cardi B confirms that Dominic Toretto is Dominican. She gives him a Dominican greeting. Que lo que? Hold on.
Dominic Toretto. ¿Qué lo que? What's up? Dominic Toretto. ¿Qué lo que? What's up? Dominic Toretto. ¿Qué lo que? What's up?
See those women back there? They're in the SWAT uniforms. They still exude femininity, and that's great. That's fantastic. People don't want to be seeing women who, unless they're trans, and I support that community. If you're trans and you want to you want to present as a man, but you were born biologically female, I support you, and that's okay. But if they're traditionally women, right? Cisgendered women. Why are you removing their sexuality? Is it to hurt men who watch it and like it? That's the other thing. Actually doing another live about the punishing of pretty and feminine women. Pretty feminine women are being punished right now by the fat acceptance movement. And I'll be doing a live on that. Those of you who are interested, please stay tuned. I'll probably do that today. All right. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. If you're on any social media platform, go ahead and share a link to this video, share a link to this platform. Let's grow this channel. This channel is at 100 subs right now. I need for it to get to 300 subs. Can you help me do that? Tell a friend, tell an associate, tell an enemy, tell my enemies, tell them all to come here and sub to this channel. If they want hate, I'll take hate views. I'll take hate watches. YouTube consider it a watch anyway. I'll take hate subs. YouTube consider a hate sub a sub. No problem. So let's help grow this channel. You're welcome back all the time. Thank you for spending this part of your day with me, and I hope to see you later. You can watch more videos from this channel right now.